Hello everyone, my name is Pavani Gangula and I will be presenting the solution ClimaCast. We are Team Climate Avengers and our solution is named ClimaCast. The intent of building this dashboard is to create a holistic view of how the historical temperature or the historical weather data for Singapore looked like since 2017 and how do they look like or forecast forecasted values look like in the coming 9 months. We took help of the historical weather data, which is available in the open source data platform of Singapore government. And the data was sourced at an hourly level granularity, which is aggregated to a daily level, weekly, and monthly level to observe different trends or patterns which were observed in the weather data previously. And the data was used to forecast hourly changes in air temperature, humidity, wind speed, wind direction, and rainfall for the upcoming 9 months. The first step here shows the insights about historical air temperature versus the forecasted air temperature for Singapore across various cities or weather stations for the coming 9 months. The difference is almost 20 degrees centigrade. To forecast the 9 months values, we had used a Facebook profit model and forecasted initial auxiliary variables like humidity, wind speed, wind direction, and rainfall. And with the help of these auxiliary forecasted values, we tried to forecast air temperature. The chart below shows how the temperature trend looked like for the historical observed temperature data and how does the forecasted values look like. It is observed that almost they are very close to each other and in the coming few months the model predicts that the temperatures may fall. The chart below shows the microclimate alerts or the localized weather trends across the island. So each line represents a city or a weather station here, and the trend can be observed using this chart. The next tab basically gives us an overview of the rainfall data, which was observed historically, versus what is it that the model had forecasted to be the highest rainfall within the coming next 9 months. And if there are any anomalies or unseasonal showers ahead, we'll be able to understand through this combo chart or line plus bar graph. The point mark below shows how does the forecasted rainfall look like across different cities within Singapore and what is the extent or intensity of the rainfall. The next tab shows the details about wind speed. The wind chill is an index that we calculated based on the wind speed. And historically, it was observed to be 41, but the forecasted values seem to be 55. The chart below shows how the average wind speed varies by each hour in a day. The point map here shows how the average wind speed varies across different cities within Singapore. And using this wind speed, we had defined a risk level, which is low versus moderate versus extreme. And the size of the bubble indicates the risk level. The heat map here shows how the wind speed varies across different hours of the day and different days of the week. The bar chart shows the that most winds flow from north and east. This information will help urban planners or event planners plan the events accordingly. Historically, when we looked at the humidity data, on an average it was 71%, and the discomfort index that we had calculated seemed to be 33. Whereas for the forecasted humidity values, the discomfort index seems to be 48. The point map below shows the average humidity index, which is indicated by the color, and the size indicates the heat discomfort index. We also calculated a vulnerability score, and we observed that Western Water Catchment, Northeastern Islands, and Newton are the top three cities with the highest vulnerability index in 2025. Vulnerability index had been calculated by using external or forecasted variables like air temperature, wind speed, wind direction, and rainfall, and defining our own thresholds. The point map here shows how the vulnerability index looks like for each location or city that we try to forecast. The chart here shows how the vulnerability index looked like in the past for all the cities across all years. This dashboard will help urban planners, government officials, and other NGOs plan and take necessary action and help in disaster management. Thank you for watching. Please refer to our dashboard for more information. Thank you.